Okay, hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Let me,
Morning.
Good morning.
hi. Okay, let me go to the presentation. All right. Okay, everybody, can everybody see the presentation? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, very good. Right now we are in the class, let's see, Elena, Edgar, Emiliano, Mary, Katia, and Fernanda. Okay, good. Let me start. All right, so what we are going to do today is we're going to just review a little simple past in affirmative. We are only going to see this, and then we are going to practice simple past in negative and interrogative, okay? So negative and questions. And to finish, we're going to do the writing. It's a biography in the past, okay?
Mhm.
All right, so let's start. Okay, so we're gonna go with affirmative. We saw this last Friday, so we are only going to see if you have questions and then continue. So I have a subject. What are the subject pronouns? Remember?
I, you,
He, he,
You, we, they,
Mm-hmm.
he, she, it.
Okay. Yes. So I have my subject pronouns. Are you with they, he, she, it, like you mentioned? For affirmative, the next thing has to be a verb in the past. So it has to be with ed. So I put I watched, you watch, he watched, she watched, they watched, and then a movie last night. Like I said, we can use time expressions. Or I, he, they, we, you played, which is a verb in the past with ed. Basketball yesterday, for example. Okay? So if you see
mhm.
these ones, they are for everybody, not specifically. Everybody, affirmative, and then a time expression if I want. Do you have questions with this?
no.
No.
Okay. What we saw on Friday, just going back a little to Friday, the time expressions. What questions do you have with the time expressions? Something that you say, teacher, no me quedó duda. I don't know. Something that you are not entirely sure or no questions.
Your teacher.
No. No.
Okay. No? Nobody?
No, thank you.
Okay. All right. So just remember that the time expressions, they represent the past. Okay. So these ones are for the past specifically. Yesterday, I can use yesterday for this. Last, it's the past. So I can use last for this. And then for the hours or for the time. Like I said, as an example, last class, it was I played poker yesterday afternoon. I watched TV last night. I painted my room 2 days ago. What is important in here is that this, okay, are they in negative or affirmative?
Affirmative.
Okay, they are affirmative and the verb is in past. So ed, and watched in this case like this. Okay, that's affirmative in simple past. All right.
Yes.
Yes.
Any question that you have? Additional
No.
question? All right. Now we're gonna do this. Oh, we did this on Friday. So similar to simple present, past has affirmative and has negative. So I watched Titanic before sleeping, and I didn't play with him. Okay. So I have affirmative and negative. What is different between this one and this one?
Did.
El id y el apóstrofe negativo.
Okay. All right.
Didn't.
Yes. So in this case, let me just use this. Exactly. So in affirmative, like this, the verb, I change the verb and I have to include the ed, right? But in negative is different. Like you mentioned, negative specifically for past, this is important, past. I remember past, negative, it didn't, like that. But the verb, do I change the verb or is it in simple form?
Simple
Simple
form.
It's simple form, okay? So in affirmative, I change. In negative, no, okay? So I only put didn't and I only put play, and that's it. I mean, or whatever verb that is in simple form. Well, you already told me this, so I'm just going to explain. Yes?
No, it's okay.
All right. So one more time. Again, the subject pronouns, what are they?
I do.
You, we, they,
Uh-huh.
he, she, it.
Okay, yes. So yes, basically these are the subject pronouns. This is how we start. In this case, let me change the color of this. We're going to be practicing negative. So it is important for me to include didn't or did not. It's the same thing. If I say I didn't or you did not, is the same thing, okay?
It's the same. I did not.
Yes,
Is correct? Okay.
exactly. So I
Okay.
can say I didn't, or I can say I am sorry. I can say I did not. It's the same thing. This is a contraction. Didn't is a contraction, so it's smaller or shorter, and did not is complete. So, but it's the same thing, okay?
Okay.
So
Okay.
if so, in this case, I sorry. Okay, so in this case, my negative is going to be like this. So I have these two options. Again, they are the same thing, okay? There is no difference. I can say, you didn't, which is negative, watch a movie last night. He didn't watch a movie last night. Or they did not watch a movie last night. And it's the same thing. The same thing. I can say, we didn't play basketball yesterday, or she did not play basketball yesterday. Okay?
Mhm.
Questions that you have with this?
No.
No.
Are you sure?
Teacher,
Yes.
en esta de did,
Ajá.
se puede escribir negativo así, did, didn't y did not,
Yes,
de las
exactly.
dos formas.
Mhm.
Ok, teacher. Perfecto.
Yes, it's the same thing. Very good. Now, in this case, this is important. The verb. Is it in simple form or do I change the verb?
Simple.
Simple form.
Exactly. So you need to remember this is important because okay, here we go. In negative, if I say, you didn't, I'm going to do it like this. Watch it a movie last night, it's incorrect. Okay, why? Because didn't is already, okay, past, but it's negative, okay? So like this is incorrect. I have to say,
Teacher, entonces si no tuviera el didn't, sí se puede poner el ed.
yes, if it's, in this case, it would be affirmative. So if I didn't, imagine that I erase this, okay? So imagine this doesn't exist. If I say, I watched a movie last night, it's, okay, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, affirmative. Okay, in here it says affirmative. If I say I watched a movie last night, it's affirmative.
Okay.
But if I put, or if I say I didn't, then I didn't watch a movie last night. Okay? It's important like that. Questions that you have?
No.
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. And important, like the extra information, maybe I can say, in here, we can also be specific with the time expressions if we want. Okay. It's not necessary, but if you want to use them, it's also a part of the sentence, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So can I continue or what questions do you have with this?
No.
Continue?
Yes.
Okay. And it's the same thing like I was saying, the time expressions. So if you see, I have the same. So yesterday, last, ago, and these are my options. Okay. So in the end, I can say something like, I didn't play poker yesterday afternoon. I didn't watch TV last night. I didn't paint my room 2 days ago. Okay. Simple. Are these affirmative or are they negative?
Affirmative.
Okay. Are you sure?
No, I didn't. No, not.
Negative.
Exactly. These ones are,
It's in past.
yes, it's in past and they are negative. Okay.
Negative.
Now, I want you guys these verbs. Okay.
Okay.
Hold on. I want us to use the chat. Okay, here in Zoom. And I want you to make 2 sentences in the past in negative. Okay, similar to this with these verbs. I'm going to send you an example. For example,
How many?
2, only 2.
Okay.
In the Zoom chat, I put an example. I said, or I wrote, I didn't watch the Oscars last night. That's negative. Please write 2 sentences in the chat using these verbs. Okay, very good. Miranda, good. Okay. Okay, good. I didn't prepare lunch in the morning. Didn't. Okay.
Ready.
Okay. Everybody finished the two sentences?
Yes.
Okay. So in this case, all right. So yes, pretty much everybody has the same. I mean, the same structure. Just in this case, I'm going to go back to the past.
Teacher,
Slide. Yes.
¿siempre es necesario agregar los time expression o no?
No, not necessary.
Okay.
If you want to be specific, yes. If no, then that's fine. It's past already. So
Okay, thank you.
okay. Now the only thing in this case, for example, normally when we write didn't, it's important that we use this. The apostrophe in didn't, it's important. It's necessary. But if you don't write it, it's okay. I mean, I understand. But when we write in a formal, let's say in a formal letter, then we have to use the apostrophe, okay?
Okay.
Ajá.
And okay, good, Elena, good. And in this case, here, check this one. Did? No. Not, okay? We have to put the T. Don't forget that, because then if we say did, then it would be did no, and it's not exactly correct. So we have to use did not, the T, okay?
Okay.
All right. Questions that you have with this one?
No.
No?
No.
All right, okay, very good. Okay. This one, I don't think you have it in your book, no. We have this, this is an email, okay? And it's from Tina to Lucy, okay? So it's Tina created this and it's for Lucy. So it says, hi, Lucy, how are you? Did you watch the program about Leonardo da Vinci on the TV last night? I really, in this case, we have to change the verbs in past, okay? So what is the past of enjoy?
Enjoy.
All right, so this is what I'm going to ask you to do. In your notebook, you don't have to copy this. All of this, no, okay? Only write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm sorry for the letters, the numbers. So only copy 1 and the answer. For example, this one is the answer for number 1. Number 2, what is the form of the verb of enjoy in past?
Enjoy it.
Uh-huh. Exactly. So number 2, in your notebook, what you do is, I put enjoyed it, okay?
Okay. Las palabras.
Yeah, exactly. Number 3, the same. When you finish, in the chat, put finish, okay?
¿Verdad?
Yes.
Okay.
Perdón, teacher, me perdí. ¿Tengo que copiar esto en el cuaderno?
No, you don't have to copy everything. No, only the word. For example,
Ah, ok.
yeah, like I said in here, enjoyed, but the answer with the correct answer.
Ok.
Mhm.
Qué rápido.
Okay. Ale, Katia, Emiliano. All right, are you everybody, the rest, Mary, Vanessa, ready?
Ya, teacher, finish.
All right. Okay. So we said Leonardo, I'm gonna go back to this part. Leonardo da Vinci on TV last night. I really enjoyed it. Leonardo, I say the answer, I'm sorry, was a clever man. Do you have this? Was?
¿Cuál es? Enjoy, tres.
Yeah. Yeah.
No?
It was.
B is was.
Yes. Remember
Okay.
that the verb to be is only was
Or where?
or were, exactly. Okay, so if you see be, then you only have these two options, was or where.
Was.
Or where. In this case, Leonardo, is it plural or singular?
Singular.
Singular.
Singular. So what do I put, was or where?
Was.
Exactly. Okay, so Leonardo was a clever man.
Yes.
And then he
Invented.
Invented.
he invented many things like machines and musical instruments. And he
Painted.
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 uh-huh,
Painted.
painted some amazing pictures too. This one is negative. I what?
Didn't watch.
Only watch.
I didn't or did not is the same. Watch. Be careful with the ed, okay? Because there is no ed. So I didn't watch the end of the program, though, because my brother what?
Change.
Change.
Because my brother changed the
Change.
channel to the news. He is so annoying. Anyway, we can talk about it on lunch, at lunch on Sunday. What questions do you have with this?
No.
All good?
Yes.
Okay, so the only thing that we need to remember is this, the be. We only have two options, was or where, and it depends on the person that we're talking about. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let me continue. Okay, so this one is basically negative and affirmative. In the next presentation or in the next slide, I put, imagine you must make a question using these regular verbs in the past. How do you imagine you have to make a question? If you have to use this, how do you imagine you make a question in past? What do you think?
Was you walk in the park? No?
Okay, all right.
How did you walk in the park? No.
Okay, so in this case, normally, if it's the verb to be, we only have a specific questions like was or where. But these ones, they are for the verb to be. We ignore, for now, we ignore the verb to be and we focus on this. So, in questions, I have this. I can say, did you walk home last night? Did you work yesterday? Did you, okay, I'm sorry. Did you play basketball last week? Did you listen to music? Are these questions or affirmative or negative?
Question.
Pues,
Question.
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 Okay. So I'm gonna show you this. Hold on. Okay. In a question, what is the first thing that we use? How do we start a question? What do we put first?
Did.
Exactly. Okay. So number one would be, okay, sorry. The subject is number 2, 3, and then 4 position. So are you with the he, she, it, watch a movie last night? And then are you with he, she, it, play a movie last night? Okay. Like this. Are they affirmative, negative, or questions?
Questions.
Questions.
But like this, are they affirmative or negative or questions? What are they?
Affirmative.
Okay, more or less, because I don't put the ed in here. But for a question, I have to start like this. Did you watch a movie last night? Did he play basketball yesterday? Did they watch a movie last night? Okay. So in this case, the same thing. Did is for everybody. Okay.
Okay.
Now, important, this, my verb, is it in simple form or do I have to change the verb in past?
Simple form.
It's simple form, okay? So it's the same thing. If I ask, did I watched with ed a movie last night? It's incorrect. Okay? Why? Because my verb has to be, sorry, my verb has to be in simple form. So, did we watch a movie last night? That's it. And the same thing with the next part. Did he play basketball yesterday? Play, simple form or simple past?
Simple form.
I don't change the verb. It's the same. Because did is already in past. Okay? And these are in simple. Okay, I'm sorry. Simple form. Okay?
Okay.
Do you have questions with this?
No.
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to continue. All right. This one's, I don't remember. Okay. We are going to change these questions to the simple past, but let me check it if they are in the book. Hold on a second. Yes. Okay, can you open your book? I'm going to open your book on page 79. Go to page 79. And on page 79, you have this activity. It's in my book because it's the software is different, but you have it on practice number 9 in here. Can you see this part?
Yes.
Okay.
Number 6.
No, number 9.
Number 9.
Yes. Let me show you what you have to do. Okay, so what you have to do in this case, it says read the questions and put them in the correct order. Okay, so they are questions. They are not affirmative or negative. They are questions. So I have to change them in the correct order. For example, number 1, it says,
I'm lost.
what?
I'm lost at the page of the book.
The book 79.
Ah, thank you.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so in here I have live, Leonardo da Vinci, France, and did. What is the correct order of the question?
Did Leonardo da Vinci
Live.
live France?
Well, this one is live. Okay.
Leonardo da Vinci in Live, France.
Did Leonardo da Vinci, no? Isn't
Uh-huh.
it?
Exactly. So in this case, remember, they are questions. So
Uh-huh. Did.
I did
Leonardo
Leonardo da
da Vinci
Vinci live in France? Okay.
Okay.
So let me go back to the book. In your book, you have it like this. Okay, so please answer in the book in silence and put them in the correct order. Okay, and then we check the answers here together. Okay, but right now in silence. If you have a question, ask me.
Okay.
Miss,
Yes.
en la 4, primero es las notas o las páginas.
In this case, check because you also have the word he. Can you see the word he?
O sea, sí, le puse di,
All right, okay.
o sea, son notas o páginas primero. Ay,
Let me check. Hold on.
Answers.
Yes. Let me see. Let me have the
Las
question.
páginas y luego
Yeah,
los
it's the
notas.
pages and then the notes. We're gonna check in a moment because it's a little confusing, but we'll check in a moment. Okay.
No, since then.
He
Yeah, first is the pages and then it's notes.
Okay.
Right, but we're gonna check the answers anyway, so I can tell you when you finish. The same thing like Katia did. Put finish in the chat, okay? All right, Emiliano also finished. Okay, Eliada, Edgar also finished. All right. All right, Mary also finished. Okay, everybody ready?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see if I. Okay, you know what? This is what we're gonna do. I'm